also want to pull a Kali card, just a general, and I'm going to read from the book for this one because it's always beautiful to hear what Alana Fairchild says. And this is again about love and raising your vibration and what you can do both as an individual and if there's things in society that can be done to raise the vibration to be coming from a more loving place at this time. Fear is so divisive, and judgment, and I often notice, like, when I'm not really doing the things that bring me happiness and joy, and I'm just like scrolling through, mindless articles or news or social media posts, that I just get more and more frustrated and more fear and anger and just like, but when I turn my attention on my own activities and my own growth and put my attention on myself, I start to feel more joy and actually listen to like what the things that I want to do are, because I often get so much inspiration and I see so many people doing things that I want to be doing, and it's like, rather than actually doing them in my own life. So it's important to turn our attention to ourselves. And so this card is the Anahata Kali. Beautiful, always beautiful cards from this deck, and all of Alana Fairchild's. She has some really, really beautiful oracle cards and books. So Anahata Kali, beautiful, powerful mother of the sacred universal heart, who lives within our hearts as the wisdom and healing power of love. I was asking about how to raise love, and here we go. Your heart knows how to heal and how to open, how to break and repair itself to become stronger and wiser than before. Your heart cannot be contained or constrained by what has taken place. Your heart wisdom and empowerment are growing. Soon you shall have the wisdom and courage to accomplish something very important for your soul journey. Trust in the invisible workings of divine love. Let your heart be at peace. The journey of the soul is the journey from the head to the heart. Anahata is the Sanskrit name for the heart chakra. Anahata Kali is the goddess who secures the awakening, transformation, and liberation of the heart. Love is her expression. When Kali Ma touches the heart, it becomes capable of love that is increasingly unconditional, fearless, and compassionate. Such empowerments often manifest through loss and betrayal. In responding to such challenges, we grow our heart's capacity for love, processing and healing emotions of grief, betrayal, and anger. Our heart becomes stronger through the process. The human heart is capable of overcoming enormous negativity. It is an astonishingly powerful and beautiful temple of spirit. We can underestimate the extraordinary power of the heart by focusing on its sweetness, love, and light, as though they were weaker than anger, fear, or the consuming intensity of grief. We can only begin to understand the spiritual words and how they operate when we let go of human perspective. A human believes that the heavier and denser something is, the more powerful it is. A heavy emotion like anger or physical situations that appears gridlocked, are given more weight than the intangible realm of spirit. Yet spirit is behind all things, in all things. Being invisible does not impede its effectiveness. If anything, it enhances it. I've just been feeling like sometimes I feel really invisible, and and sometimes I feel like that's a bad thing, but sometimes I feel like in a way that's really good, because having a lot of people's attention and thoughts and jealousy and envy and all these things directed towards you can be can be sort of heavy and a load to carry, and things that you then have to process through yourself, because all these things are being projected and put on you that maybe don't even belong to you. If you're sensitive and pick those things up and stick to them like a lot of people do. But yeah, this is really interesting, because sometimes I think just having that sort of space and my own solitude that allows me to have some integrity and ability and time to grow and develop my own abilities and potential. For something so seemingly invisible, love has unconquerable power. We affirm this in the expressions such as love can move mountains, or love will always find a way. Yet we are conditioned to believe that there is more power in what we can see and control rather than the spiritual power of love. Such conditioning pulls us away from the heart connection and into fear-based belief system that we need to control things or there will be no benefit, no safety, no happiness. However, we can never be safe if we are disconnected from the spiritual home of the heart, where all healing, wisdom, true guidance, spiritual protection, and regenerating vitality resides. The backlog of emotional pain stored in our hearts can sometimes cause us to shut down, even when we know that in closing down our hearts, we lose out on love's joy and wisdom. We may go through the motions of living, but without the real emotional juice and revitalizing engagement with life. Kali Anahata brings a message from the Divine Mother that she is supporting you in healing your heart. She wants you to connect to more profound joy in life. As you trust yourself and trust in her, you can heal even long-term karmic scars. You can learn to return to love, to be in love, to live the love within your ever beautiful heart. This is great. I do Sunpoint energy realignment, and so and it's often starting in the heart chakra. And we absolutely, store these pains and emotions and heaviness in the heart, especially when there's sort of an imbalance in the ability to receive love. So many of us just give and give and give. Coming back to this martyrdom that showed up in the Ten of Wands card, we carry all this weight of trying to save the world and ourselves, and it's really draining. And so getting back to this, this ability to receive and balancing this flow of energy and releasing some of the pain of heavy emotions and trauma that we store in our hearts is really important. The way she described it, the backlog of emotional pain stored in our hearts can sometimes cause us to shut down, even when we know that in closing down our hearts, we lose out on love's joy and wisdom. So, and this has been my experience for sure. There have been times when, for example, I was meeting somebody that was a really significant person in my life, just on a spiritual soul level. And I'd had so much pain that I was afraid of kind of opening up to this person. And I really feel like, there was so much beautiful wisdom and joy and love and just so many beautiful experiences that have come out of that connection with that person. But initially it was not easy, and it's just, it's not a relationship or romantic thing, but a lot of us do really shut down and get afraid of meeting new people and opening up to them because of past pain. So it's important to sort of clear those and look at them so that we can enjoy life more fully. For those who live from the heart space, it can be hard to remember what it was like before. Yet many still live in such a way, driven by fear, plagued with anxiety, hardened through living in a way that is oppressive to the spirit. The oracle asks you to acknowledge how far you've come and where you would like to go, not so much in terms of external markers, but in terms of emotional freedom. If you have been focusing on healing a specific issue in your life, the oracle indicates you have the strength, wisdom, and courage of heart to accomplish that. For those who have had their hearts broken in love and spiritual communities by friends or family members, by God or life itself, the message here is that something deeper is taking place. The shattering of structures, even of ideals, gives the heart the opportunity to break free and open up to greater and more satisfying experience and expression of love. Becoming non-defensive, softening and opening to spirit with unconditional trust places you in a position of astonishing protection, empowerment, and grace. Keep your heart open to the Divine Mother. Through that openness, the right thing shall emerge at the right time. The walls we build around our hearts need to be broken down so we can fulfill our sacred purpose and path. Trust that the pains of your past do not have a place in your future. No matter what appears to be, she knows the way through. Temper your fierce emotions without denying them. That's really key. We don't have to deny or shut them down, acknowledge them, feel them, but tempering them so that they don't totally take over and consume you. Keep bringing yourself back to your center. Continue to find the moderate and peaceful resting place within, even as you make radical progress on your path. The Oracle predicts a successful completion of a time of spiritual initiation. Grace yourself with the gift of relief and trust that all is well. Now rest your hands over your heart and sense, feel, or intend to make a heart connection with yourself. Let yourself feel held, loved, protected, seen, and cherished. Allow yourself to feel a heart connection with Kali. Your heart and hers are gently spinning in loving and playful dance with each other. Whatever you need to say to her, be it a prayer, a concern, or a feeling of gratitude, do so now. Speak to her from your heart. Place your hands in a prayer at your heart and repeat her mantra several times, feeling your heart connection with her deepening as you do so. Jai Kali Ma, Jai Kali Ma, Jai Kali Ma. Allow yourself to be soothed by her presence within your heart as it is becoming strong and radiant, shining love for the spiritual benefits of all beings. Finish by bowing your head to your hands in prayer. You have completed the ritual. That's so cool. I absolutely love that I pulled the Anahata Kali card for how to grow in love. And it's just very appropriate also for me as well. I have been in a state of really, really deep grief and processing trauma for the last 5 years. And this week is actually the 5-year anniversary of the death of somebody that I really cared about a lot. And I actually was debating whether or not to sit and do this reading or to record the many beautiful gifts and things that I'm grateful for about my shared death experience. And I am going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to do it right away today, but I'll do it really soon and post it in the next few days as well. So thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe if that resonated with you.